Hey guys, okay, this is the third and final of my unboxing videos for the crap I bought on the Weekender Warehouse July sale. This one should be interesting. So this is a ready-to-fly race quad that was 50 bucks. So, man, I mean, I don't know how you could pass something like this up. So here's what it shows is the package contents. Should come with an FPV monitor, a transmitter, the whole kit and caboodle. So yeah, I'm curious to see what's in here. So, maybe let me open her up, show you guys what's in here, and as I've said in the other ones, my review may be coming down the road of the actual aircraft itself and how it handles, but this will be an unboxing video and just an analysis of what's in here. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I just slid these out of the box and they come stacked like this. And so let's just go through it. So you got the two styrofoam packaging pieces here. You obviously have the manual, so I'll put that off to the side. Have a transmitter here. So I wasn't expecting much, and it is about what I was expecting. I will admit the thumb gimbals are actually pretty cool. A little bit higher quality than I'm used to seeing on one of these RTF transmitters. So gonna bet there's no batteries in there. Nope, yep, no batteries. So 4 AA batteries. Looks like it does have a trainer port though, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so again, we'll take a better look at this later and give it a good analysis. And let's see, this is the antenna. So I'm not used to having to put the antenna on. One of these is, oh, this probably is for the drone, not this. I saw that. Oh, that's where the screen's gonna go. Okay, so figuring this out with me here. So yeah, there's the LCD screen for the FPV view. That's not too bad, actually. Decent quality. And so that does fit right there. So I'm sure there's going to be a screw or something we're going to get, and it attaches like that. So that's actually pretty cool. We got an extra set of props here. Oh, hey, look at that. It does come with batteries. So batteries for the transmitter. And nothing left in there. And before we get to the drone, well, let's see what we got in here. So this looks like a charger. Yep, so it's a LiPo charger with a 2-cell and 3-cell balance plug there. I have a more robust charger I will be using, but still, if you just wanted to get in the hobby and didn't have any of that stuff, this is pretty cool. Not sure why it says 1S on there. Oh, that's probably for each cell and showing when they're charged. That's probably it. Let's see, this is probably the cable for the charger. Yep, cable for the charger. And then we got the drone and FPV antenna, and it's a mushroom antenna. That is pretty cool. It's not just a standard stick antenna. So let's get this guy out. This guy was jammed in there pretty good and couldn't get it out with the one hand. So first thing I noticed, I was like, oh, this is all scratched up. Oh no. And then I realized, oh wait, that's a protective layer. So I'm not going to take it off right now, but just so you guys know in the video that that's not how it comes. It doesn't come all scratched up on the plastic. That's actually just a protective plastic covering. So there's a battery right there, already in the device. It's a XT60 plug. There's the FPV connector, or for the antenna connector. There's the camera. This one does not seem to have a lens cap like the Ready to Race quad I also bought from these guys. So, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. I'm not positive what this canopy is for other than just protecting that FPV transmitter. Everything else seems to be within inside the carbon fiber. And, oh yeah, obviously it protects the lens too. I guess maybe it makes it a little more aerodynamic. I know with quads it's not really a concern, but yeah, so this is what came in the box. So here we go. We got the props, which it looks like we have 2 sets of props, so enough for a few, like 1 or 2 accidents. The FPV antenna, the drone. We have the charging unit. We have the cable for the charger, batteries for the transmitter, and then we have an antenna, which now that I'm looking at this whole thing, I'm going to assume the antenna does go to this, or it's a replacement or alternative antenna for that. I will find out and post more once I get to the review stage of this. Oh, and the manual, of course. So that's what you're looking at, and hopefully this video is helpful, and maybe I'll follow up with a review. Okay, hey, before I close out the video, just wanted to show two things. So I took the battery out. There's the battery. It's a 22,000 milliamp 3-cell. And boy, is it tiny. Granted, I guess I'm used to 2200s, which probably come out to about here. But there's your 2000 milliamp. It does fit perfect in here. So, you know, when you put this in, I can get this. Let's see if I can do this real quick. All right. So you put it in, you know, it fits right at the back. Now that said, if you had a 2200 that stuck out a little bit, you have enough play where this could loop around, and I think you could still make it work. So anyway, there's that. And there's the battery. Just want to let you guys see that. And I was dumb earlier. I realize now, yeah, this antenna is for the receiver module, so, or the LCD screen. So there it is. That's what it looks like when it's attached. Actually, it's a pretty slick little unit. Like I said, I'm really impressed with these little gimbal ends. I think that's pretty cool. And this seems like a pretty nice device. So we'll give it a check. And oh, yeah, one other thing. This device does not come with any kind of cables. That's the USB, so it looks like a micro USB charging port. It didn't come with that in this ready-to-fly box. So not a big deal. I think all of us have that these days, but just a heads up, you're going to need a micro USB cable and charging wall outlet to be able to power this thing. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed that unboxing. All right, so I got everything working on this. Went out to give it a quick flight and thought I'd give a very brief review. This is not going to be in-depth, but it'll cover some of the basics and some things I liked and didn't like. First and foremost, this is not a modern quad, air quotes, modern, in that I have a Vortex 180 and 150. Those fly a lot better using the Betaflight and everything else. That being said, for what this is, a ready-to-fly kit, you know, on the this quad RACER 280 FPV system, is pretty good. I mean, I have to say, for 50 bucks, which is what I got it for on sale, man, you're not going to get anything better than this, especially if you want to get into the hobby and you want to experience drones. So, you know, I got everything connected, and you'll notice on the transmitter, they have responsiveness, mild and fast, so that's probably your high and low rate. Over here, though, they have the stabilization, high and low. I didn't really get to push that to the limits. I just flew at my cul-de-sac. I don't have a lot of space to just like rip around and try stunts and everything else. That being said, it does seem to have auto level engaged. At least the little bit I could test flying around my cul-de-sac. I didn't, you know, if you bank to the left or right, it didn't seem to like hold that attitude. It would seem to level out a bit, which again, for a beginner is great. I'm not sure if there's a way to change that. I will have to look more in depth in the manual to make sure. But anyway, when it came to assembly, it was pretty straightforward. Just a heads up, this also uses physical dip switches on the video transmitter board to change the FPV channel. Again, a little inconvenient, but this one's easier in that you just pull out these pins here and here. This whole canopy can come off and you can change them pretty easy. A 1-minute job. That's not too bad as opposed to the other model I bought, the receiver-ready race drone that you had to take this plate off, you know, this actual top plate. That was more of a pain in the butt. So this doesn't come with the props on. You had to install those, and it comes with a bag of gray and black props. Now, the thing that kind of surprised me is in the manual, you see they show it here. They have the gray and the black props. And I was assuming, I guess maybe because DJI kind of does this, that the ones with the silver here and here would be the counter-rotating versus the black. You know, because that's the direction the props spin. Now, I will say it's nice that they put it right here. They show the rotation of the motor and props, so that's cool. But I put them all on, and then I did a test on the ground, and it wasn't taking off, and I realized, oh, no, the blacks are all one set, and the grays are all one set. So there's 2 counter-rotating and 2 standard props in the gray, and same for black. So the color of the hub actually does not correspond to that because there's regular props and counter rotating in there. Same with the black. So I'm just letting you know that it's a minor thing. I just thought that would be really cool and convenient if the black props match the black hubs and the gray props were like the counter rotating ones that match the silver tips, but it is what it is. Plugging in the battery, nice and easy. Plug it into the XT60 port here. And what you'll notice is nothing happens. And you're like, oh, what's going on? Well, luckily in the manual, it's pretty obvious. Right there is a button. You just hit this, and it turns on. And there it is. Out of the box, mine was already synced. The monitor and the video transmitter were already connected. I didn't have to worry about changing channels and all that. Again, if you go to a race or whatever, you're going to need to change that. The camera quality actually is pretty good. Now, I flew this at sunset, not at dark or anything else, but I mean, that doesn't look that bad at all. You know, for flying around on a little LCD screen, that's pretty convenient and pretty clear. So that's how you do it to arm it. You notice there's no air mode, so the props just aren't always spinning. To arm it, and I'm not going to do it right now, but you push both these sticks to the center for about 2 seconds, and it arms. But that doesn't mean the actual props spin. It just arms the drone. So like right now, you know, that's doing nothing until I arm it, and then if I give it power, it will spool up the motors. So it doesn't have the air mode. The props are not always on. The benefit of that is, of course, if you have a crash, you don't have to worry about hitting throttle hold. So anyway, you can see here, it's got the front LEDs. Those are really bright, really easy to see. It's got the back LEDs. I'm pretty sure when they're flashing red, that means that the battery's almost depleted, because that's why I stopped flying, is I went out flying and pretty much fell to the ground after a minute or two because I was impatient, didn't want to charge up the battery, so that's my bad. But honestly, for 50 bucks, man, I can't complain one bit about this. It'd be fun to bang around. The frame is custom, and this is plastic, but it's a really high-grade durable plastic, but still, I mean, you know, if you crash that and it cracks, that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt to fix, and maybe costly, especially if the parts are expensive, or if the parts become impossible to find, you could be in trouble. So anyway, that's my quick review. It actually is a really nice drone for somebody wanting to get into the hobby, or somebody that has the toys and wants to step up to more of a performance drone without spending $200, $300, $400 for one. Bam. This is actually pretty good. This will get you started. It'll let you do your whole FPV, you know, fly around, see what everything looks like, have a good time, and even if you trash it, hopefully you didn't pay a whole lot for it, and, you know, you learned something. So that was my quick and dirty review of the HiTEC Quad Racer 280 FPV multi-rotor, not multi-rater, the ready-to-fly version. So, yeah, hope that was useful for you guys.